what I want to show started with a lot of issues related to recipes. So as you guys know, recipes is a powerful thing in Orchard. It allows you to do a lot of things just using JSON, which is very powerful. And it's more powerful now that we have AI that can do work for us. So we can just have AI generate recipe and then execute that recipe, and then things can get done. So there's few issues with our current recipe setup that I always thought are problems that I would like to address, or at some point someone looks into it. So one of the issues that I noticed with recipes is that you can't register it like a service, right? So you can't tie it to a specific feature. It's something that exists in a module, and then we kind of tie it to a module. But it has to be a file that exists. You can't create a recipe from code, for example. The other issue, which is the bigger issue, is that we just don't have a way to control the schema. So we have no way currently of asking AI, for example, to provide us really good recipe, because the structure of the JSON of the recipes is kind of unknown. We have documentations, and AI utilize those documentations, and we don't have everything documented. So as you can see, there's a few issues that we could tackle to make it even better. And if we have a JSON schema for the a recipe schema, we can do a lot more things with it. Like, for example, we can kind of try unifying the recipe and the deployment. So that way, if we make a change to like the structure of the recipe or the schema, it kind of impact both the recipe and the deployment. So that way, we're always exporting and importing the same structure. So that's what this started. So I tried to ask AI to do things, and I wasn't impressed. So I closed those PRs and kind of started something different. So what I started, this PR, obviously, it's a lot of file changes. And if I continue, there's going to be even more. But it's all for good reasons, assuming that we want to proceed with this. So what I did is I actually start changing the way how recipes are handled in the code. And I haven't migrated everything yet. But just to show what this kind of look like on the front end. So now if we go to JSON import, you'll notice that we have IntelliSense. So now you can put in some information. So these are the steps that I actually migrated already. So if you click recipes, or if you click feature, and then here you have enable, disable, and then you can provide it everything that you want. So this IntelliSense is really, really useful here, especially from a UI perspective. And if I want to change the name to something other than this, so here you can do like admin menu, for example. So it's asking you to put the data, and then there's ID, and there's menu items, and then the menu items, and as you can see, you can really see what you should be providing. So now you'll kind of understand that, hey, this is requiring you to put a content object, content item object. So this right here by itself adds a lot of value from a UI perspective, where you get that IntelliSense. The other thing is that you can now also register a recipe as a service. So for example, the SaaS service, I only want it to appear only if the tenant is a default, because it makes no sense to have a SaaS in the recipe for any other site. So whenever you create a tenant, I don't know if I have that. Let me see. So if we go to multi-tenancy and create a tenant, you'll see that the SaaS recipe doesn't exist here anymore, because it is only available to the default tenant. And those are the things that we're able to do by changing the way how we handle recipes. I'm sure nobody wants to go through the code right now, but at a high level, what I kind of did is that previously we had a recipe descriptor. So I changed it to have a IRecipe descriptor, and then we created two instances. One, which is for code, and then the other one will be for file. So you can still define recipes as we do today using recipes. What else? Yeah, I think this is mainly, those are from a UI perspective, those are like a few minor changes, but the structure of recipes changes. I haven't done really anything with a deployment around this yet, but I just kind of wanted to set up where we can actually look and see the, the IntelliSense, because this makes a lot of sense to me, that having IntelliSense. So when you're typing whatever in the UI, you're actually getting a client side feedback of what you're supposed to write. And there's also, if you put, the information, if you hover over it, it will give you like what that value is. I don't know if you guys caught on that. And here, if you click on it, you'll have description, array of, you see, it tells you, it gives you more information about, see, menu items, and then the menu item, if you hover over it, it'll tell you a list of content items out of the menu. So I think this is very, very useful. I just don't know how we feel about changing recipes structure, because it's gonna be a huge PR, and I just don't know if I want to waste more time if that's not something that we want to take on. So yeah, that's it. Thoughts, feedback.
When you say change recipe structure, I don't see any structure change here, right? It's just the code that is changed, but the recipe itself, the format is the same.
Correct. Yes. It's just we define the schemas now, and changing like we have a lot of interfaces that have to be updated,
So every step has a schema, which I assume is from code. You don't return a schema, you just return some object representing the schema with your interfaces. Or do you return a schema as JSON?
No, we return a schema, JSON schema.
Okay. And yeah, I remember the issue /PR that you had started. And then I don't know, Zoltan, myself, we talked about it with you, and we said that, yeah, if we could have a schema for each step, we would be able to generate a global schema for the recipes. And so here, this editor has to take this global one that is the aggregation of all the steps schemas. I don't understand why 175 files got changed.
So, for example, this is the interface. Forget the export, but this is the interface for like the handler to handle a step. So, like if you want to create a step, you can create or define this. And as you can see here, you're returning a schema.
So this is new.
So
this interface is not
correct. New. It is.
The interface is new? Okay.
Yes. So, for example, here's another example where this right here is a feature step, right? That's a new one. And as you can see in the implementation, define the step, and then here's the JSON schema. So you can, obviously define it whichever makes sense to you, but this is it. And then here, whenever you're executing the import of that recipe, then you're able to define whatever code that you want. So you have one place where you're able to do everything that you want to do with the recipe. So
that's why
have
175, because all the ones that we had have to be removed, and now there is a new one also.
I marked them obsolete. I didn't remove them, but yes.
That's why they are touched, yeah. And
correct.
Okay, so that's good. And I will need to understand why we want to join everything in one concept, why we had different concepts before, but probably fine. One completely orthogonal comment I will do is, because I see now here, JSON schema. What's the namespace of JSON schema? What's the package where we get JSON
it's the
schema
JSON, JSONschema.net.
Can you open the repository of this library?
No. JSON.
Just so we get a nice.
Is this it?
This
No,
one?
that's not
No,
it.
no. This
No.
was. This is no. I think it's I think it's so JSONschema.net is a package, but that will go to. You see JSON everything, and now you look at the license.
Oh, there's the license I didn't see. Sorry. What did I miss?
They changed last
license?
week. They changed last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's still open source, but if like you have to pay for usage, and we are using it. So yeah. It just made me think about it. So it's probably an issue. They say starting from February like 6 or something, maybe there is an issue they created and that is pinned. But I saw that, I went on that because this is a set of JSON libraries that does everything. It's really all the things about JSON, and they started maybe I don't know. Yeah, we need to look into if it will impact us or not. Us and any user of Orchard Core, because directly or indirectly, it makes them use JSON schema, which now is not free anymore. It's open source, but not free. And I didn't see any exemptions. So we need to investigate that. In parallel of your PR, we'll find options.
For sure, because we already use this package.
Yeah.
Even before the PR.
Yeah, I use it in a lot. You see here, it's written actually, is this thing important? The maintenance fee will be effective starting February 1st. I mean, what? So at least we can't update the version if this is if this is linked to a specific version and not just general usage cross versions. We need to not update. So we need to figure out if this is the case, and if so, stop updating this library and maybe look for exemptions or find options like system text JSON has some support for JSON schema now. What kind of support? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
okay,
interesting. Yeah.
Looks good. We can
look
at your details during triage and the implementation.
There's I was going to show something here with the step content step. Yeah. Oh, content. Okay. One more thing. So content, I think definition. Whoops. Content. Come on, I can't type. Come on.
Ask the AI to type for you. Maybe that's why.
I know. That's why I don't type. Yeah.
Don't type anymore.
So now you can, in the content parts, you can see also information like settings, right? And you'll see, look at that. You'll have, even the settings as IntelliSense, which is really, really useful because, instead of you driving in the, you don't know what you're doing, but here you kind of see, you get the feedback. So I just wanted to show that even content parts and content fields have the settings being exposed, so you're able to actually register your own settings as well. That's it.
Cool. Thank you.